Hey friends, welcome back to my channel Learners Colony. I am Kritika. So if you're new to my channel, I would recommend you to watch my launch video where you'll find the complete details about my channel. So I will provide the link in the description box. You can go check out after watching this video completely. So yes, so today's topic is how to solve the calendar related problems using the tips and tricks which will be asked in many of the competitive exams, and if you're preparing for interview, so in your aptitude paper also it will be asked. Okay, so before we start off with the problems, there are few things we have to remember when it comes to calendar. So those are, as you know, there are 7 days in a week. An ordinary year we'll have 52 weeks plus one odd day. Ordinary year is a year which is not your leap year. So in the normal year we'll have 52 weeks plus one odd day. Odd day is a day which will not get into that 7 days. 52 weeks completely gets into 7 days, and one odd day will be left. In leap year we'll be having 52 weeks plus two odd days, and in a normal year we'll have 52 weeks plus one odd day. So next part is we'll be finding out how many odd days are there in the century years, because that will be used in solving our problems. So for now, let's remember how many odd days are there. So maybe in the next or the upcoming videos I will teach you how to find out the odd days. So in 100 years, how many odd days will be there is 5 odd days. It is just that you in 100 years you have to calculate how many leap years are there, and based on that calculation we'll be calculating the odd days. So that will take little more time to explain. So for now, let's remember the days, but in future videos I will definitely teach you how to calculate those. And in 200 years we'll have 3 odd days, in 300 years we'll have 1 odd day, and in 400 years we'll have 0 odd day. And again after 500, 600, again the same cycle repeats again. Fine. So you have to just remember 100 years will have 5 odd days, 200 will have 3, 300 will have 1, and 400 will have 0 odd day, because 400 is a year which is a leap year, so there will not be any odd days. Okay, so next we have to remember few code numbers to solve the problems. So I will teach you how to remember that. So let's divide the month into three months each, so that will be easy for us to remember. So Jan, Feb, March 033, it starts with 0. Okay, so April, May, June, it is 614. July, August, September will be 625. You can just remember this as 25 square. October, November, December will be 035. All that you have to do is, once you get your question paper, so just write down the months and just write down 033, 614, 625 and 035. Okay, so it takes time for you to memorize these numbers, but not more than twice or thrice. If you see, you will be able to remember these code numbers. And once the code numbers are done for the months, we have few code numbers that has to be remembered for years. Okay, so 1600 to 1699 it will be 6, 1700 to 1799 it will be 4, 1800 to 1899 it will be 2, 1900 to 1999 it will be 0, 2000 to 2099 it will be 6. So easy way to remember is write down the years. The first part and the last part will have the same number, that is 6 and 6. Okay, then from bottom you take it as 0. Maybe 0 2s are 0, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Maybe this method might be easy for you to remember. Okay, so once this is done, let's solve the problem. You might be worried where these code numbers will be used. I will teach you as and when we progress with the problems. Okay, and another important thing is, this video might be little lengthy, but I will cover all the possible problems and all. I will teach you all the possible tricks, so that do not skip the video and watch the video till the end. Okay, so first problem is how to calculate number of odd days in a month. Okay, So here we go. So let's take the month, all the months which is having 31 days. Okay, that will be your Jan. Just give me a moment. That will be your Jan, March, May, July, August, October, and December. These 7 months have 31 days. So, how do you calculate odd days? Odd days is 31 divided by 7. Why 7? Because there are 7 days in a week. Okay, so we get 3 odd days. How did I get 3 odd days? Is 7 fours are 28. Okay, so 28 days completely gets into a week, and remaining 3 days will be left out of 31. So those 3 days will be your odd days for months which is having 31 days. Okay, next part is February with 28 days. So as I said, 28 divided by 7 completely goes. That is 7 ones are and 7 fours are, right? So there will not be odd days in February with 28 days. Okay. So February will have 0 odd days. Next will be Feb with 29 days will have 1 odd day. That means 28 days gets into the week completely and 1 day will be left out, and that is the odd man out. So February, which has 29 days, will have 1 odd day. And finally, months which are having 30 days, that is April, June, September, and November. Odd days will be 30 days divided by 7, that will be 2 odd days. As I said, 7 fours are 28, so 2 days will be left out, and that those 2 days are the odd days. So all that you have to remember is months having 31 days will have 3 odd days, months having 30 days will have 2, and Feb with 28 days will have 0 odd days, and Feb with 29 days will have 1 odd day. Okay, hope you understood. So let's go to the second problem. Okay, today is Monday. After 61 days it will be which day? Stepwise I will teach you. So step number 1, take the given number, that is 61. Okay, they're asking today is Monday. They've already given it as today is Monday. After 61 days, what date will be? We can't sit and count, right? So in such cases, take the given number. Step 2, divide 61 by 7. Again, why 7? Because there are 7 days in a week. Okay. Step number 3, take the remainder. When you divide 61 by 7, the remainder will be 5. Remember, you have to take the remainder. Okay. So in the next step, add remainder to the given day. So they've already told today is Monday. So Monday plus 5 days will be your 61st day. That will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Saturday will be your 61st day. Okay, you have to take the given number divided by 7, take the remainder and add it to the given day so that you will end up with the right answer. Okay, next problem, which year has 366 days? So 366 days means it is a leap year. So ultimately we have to find out which is a leap year in the 4 given options. Okay, so if it is a normal year like 2012, 1996, it is easy for us to find the leap year because we'll divide the last 2 digit by 4, right? Now years which are ending with 0, how will you calculate? It is simple, you have to just divide the given year with 400. Okay, so if the given year gets divided by 400 completely, then that year is a leap year. So in these 4 given options, let's see which year gets completely divided by 400. Your option B, that is 1200, completely gets divided by 400, and hence 1200 is a leap year, and ultimately that year has 366 days. Next problem, it was Sunday on Jan 1st, 2006. What was the day of the week on Jan 1st, 2010? Okay, so here is a place where these odd days comes into play. Okay, so first step, calculate the number of odd days in each year. Okay, they've already given Jan 2006 first is a Sunday. Cool. So we have to calculate Jan 2007 is not a leap year, hence it will have only one odd day. We saw here, right? Ordinary year has one odd day. Okay, 2008 is a leap year, so it will have two odd days. 2009 is a ordinary year which will have one odd day. 2010 again ordinary year which will have one odd day. So totally you have to add Sunday plus 3, 4, 5 days. So Sunday plus 5 days. So your answer will be Friday. Total number of odd days is 5 and they've already given it as Sunday on Jan 1st 2006. So you have to add Sunday plus 5 odd days to get the right answer. So your answer is Friday. Cool. Let's go to the next problem. What was the day of the week on 16th July 1776? Okay, in such kind of problem there is a method which we have to follow. Once you start practicing the problem, you will be able to grab that method soon. So I will teach you what is that method. The first step is take the last two digits of the year, that is in 1776 let's take the last two digits, that is 76. Okay, step number 2, divide the 76 by 4. When you divide 76 by 4, you have to take the quotient, that is 19. Third step, take the given date as it is, that is 16th July. Fourth step, you have to take the month associated with its respective code. So month is July and July code is 6. So you have to put 6. Step number 5, take the code number associated with the year. 1776 falls between 1700 to 1799, which means it is 4. So take 4. Now add all the 5 steps. Okay, you'll get 121. You have to add even 76. That is why I said add all the 5 steps. You get 121. Now divide this 121 by 7 because 7 days in a week. Now you have to take the remainder. Okay, remainder is 2. So 2 is nothing but Tuesday. You have to give numbers to your 7 days. So your Sunday will be 0 or 7. So Monday will be 1, Tuesday 2, Wednesday 3, Thursday 4, Friday 5 and Saturday 6. So 2 is Tuesday. So your answer will be Tuesday. Okay, this is little tricky to remember, but once you remember you'll be able to solve the problems in just 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, there is a method where you don't have to remember any of the codes and still you can solve the problem. If you want that kind of method also to be taught, please do express your views in the comment section. If many people want that kind of method, I will take a separate video on teaching that method as well. Okay, so let's go to the next problem. Okay, the next problem is what was the day of the week on 28 May 2006. So it is the same type we did the previous problem. So since we know the method, let's solve it soon. Okay, last two digits of the year, that is 06, and divide by 4. You'll get quotient as 1. Don't take the remainder, please take the quotient. Third step, take the given date 28. Fourth step, take the month code. So here it is May, so the number associated with May is 1. Finally the year code, that is 2006, will be 6 again because it falls between 2000 to 2099. Total will be 42. Divide 42 by 6. Okay, I'm not going to reveal the answer. Let's do it like that only. 42 divided by 7 because 7 days in a week. So 7 6 are 42. Your remainder will be 0. Right? So 0 is Sunday. So now I'm going to reveal the answer. So answer will be Sunday. So next problem, what was the day of the week on 17th June 98? So here same method, even more quicker we can do. Last two digits of the year 98, divide by 4 and your quotient will be 24. Take the given date, that is 17. Take the month code, that is June, which is associated with 4. Take the year code that falls between 1900 to 99, that is 0. Your total will come up to 143. Divide by 7 and your remainder will be 03. 3 is nothing but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Your answer is Wednesday. Cool. So it's really simple. So once you start playing around with numbers, you will enjoy solving calendar problems. Okay. So the next problem is, this is a different type. On what dates of April 2001 did Wednesday fall? So the question wants to know, in April 2001, which were the dates that falls on Wednesday. Okay. So since we know that one method, so we'll use that method. First, let's find out what day was April 1st fallen. Okay. So again, let's find out April 1st. So last two digits of the year 01. Divide by 4, that will be quotient 0. Given date is 1 because we are finding out April 1st. Month code is 6 because it is April. Year code is also 6 because it falls between 2000 and 2099. Finally, the total comes to 14. 14 divided by 7, 0 is a reminder. So April 1st will fall on Sunday. Now we know April 1st is Sunday. Let's find out the first Wednesday, that will be on 4th April. Since we know 1st April, it is very easy to find out 4th Wednesday, that is your 4th April. Now to know all the Wednesdays, you have to just add 7 to each number. So 4 plus 7 is 11, 11 plus 7 18, 18 plus 7 25th. So all the Wednesdays of April 2001 will fall on 4th, 11th, 18th and 25th. Okay. So next problem. If 6th March 2005 is Sunday, what was the day of the week on 6th March 2004? Okay. So 2005 is Sunday. 2004 they want to know. Let's calculate the number of odd days in that particular month. In the beginning I taught you how to calculate the odd days. In that way you have to find out from 6th March 2004 to 6th March 2005. Okay. So let's take March. They've asked 6th March 2004. That means in March we have 31 days. 31 minus 6 days. So remaining days, for the remaining days you have to calculate the odd days. So 25 is the remaining days. Odd days will be 4 because 7 threes are 21. That completely comes under a week and 4 days will be left out. So 4 will be the odd days. So April we know 2, May 3, June 2, July 3, August 3, September 2, October 3, November 2, December 3, Feb 3, December 3, January 3, Feb is 0 because we have 28 days and March 6 is what they've asked. So let's take it as 6. So 6 odd days will be there. So your total comes up to 36. So 36 divided by 7 will be 1 will be remaining. So 1 odd day. Okay. So that means Sunday minus 1, that is Saturday, because they are asking you 2004. They have given 2005 and asking you 2004. That means you have to subtract 1 odd day, that is Sunday minus 1 odd day is your Saturday. Cool. It's just that you have to calculate the number of odd days and find out. Okay. The next problem. Similar problem. If 8th Feb 2005 is a Tuesday, what was the day of the week on 8th Feb 2004? It's just that simple. The year 2004 is a leap year. That means it will have 2 odd days, right? So therefore 8th Feb 2004 will fall 2 days before Tuesday. So Tuesday minus 2 days is Sunday. This is even more a simpler method. Okay, because 2004 is a leap year, it will obviously have 2 odd days. So Tuesday minus 2 odd days will be Sunday. The same method can be followed to the previous problem. Whichever method is easier for you, you can follow that method. Okay. So the next problem is, which 2 months in a year have the same calendar? So they are asking which 2 months in the year have same calendar from the given options. So we can't sit and search the calendar, right? So there is a unique method. All that you have to do is, if the period between 2 months is divisible by 7, then such months will have same calendar. Okay, I will teach you how. I've taken the last option. Okay, so April has 30 days, May 31, June 30. Up to June you have to take. You have to exclude the last month they've given. April 30, May 31, June 30. Total comes up to 91. 91 divided by 7 is 0 remainder. So you have to get a 0 remainder. So your answer is April and July. So I will teach you by taking the other option also. Let's take October to December. October is 31 days, November 30 days. If you divide 61 by 7, it does not completely go by 7. You get a remainder. Yes, so that means if the period between 2 months is divisible by 7, then such months will have the same calendar. Okay, you have to just remember that the period between them should be completely divisible by 7. Okay, so the next problem. The calendar for the year 2007 will be same for the year dash. So which year will have the same calendar as of 2007? Okay, step number 1, check if the given year is a leap year. That is 2007. It is not a leap year. So let's go to the step 2. If it is not a leap year, add 11 to the given year. So 2007 plus 11 is 2018. Okay, step number 3, if the resultant is also not a leap year, after adding 11, so answer remains 2018. So check if the given year is a leap year. If it is not a leap year, just add 11. After adding 11 also, it is not a leap year, right? So that means the answer itself is 2018. You will understand this method when I start doing the other problem. Okay, I will teach you everything. The calendar for the year 2005 will be same for the year. Same method. 2005 is not a leap year, right? So add 11. You'll get 2016. Now 2016 is a leap year because the last two digits are divisible by 4. So in that case, what you have to do is add 6 to 2005. In that case, add 6 to the latter, that is 2005. That will be 2011. So your answer will be 2011. In the previous problem, after adding 11 also, the resultant was not a leap year. So your final answer itself was 2018. But here, after adding 11, the resultant is a leap year. That means to the given number, that is 2005, you have to just add 6. And your answer will be 2011. So we saw if the year is not a leap year. Let's see if the year is a leap year. 2024 is a leap year, we know. So this is really simple. Just see if it is a leap year and just add 28 to the given year, and that's all. Your answer is 2052. Since it is a leap year, you have to add 28 to the given year, and your final answer will be 2052, and that itself is your answer. Right, you have to just remember, if the given year is not a leap year, add 11. After adding 11 also it's not a leap year, that will be your final answer. In the second method, after adding 11, if that is a leap year, you add 6 to the given year in the question, and that will be your answer. And the last method, very simple. If it is a leap year, just add 28 to the given year and your answer will be the final answer. Okay, so I think this is a last problem. Okay, so if Feb 12, 1986 falls on Wednesday, then 1st Jan 1987 falls on which day? So, step number 1, let's calculate the number of odd days to land onto the right answer. So, you have to calculate number of odd days from Feb 12, 1986 to Jan 1st, 1987. So Feb will be 28 minus 12. 86 is not a leap year, that means it will definitely have 28 days. In that you have to subtract 12 because from 12th itself they are asking. So remaining days is 16. So in 16 how many odd days will be there? 2, because 7 twos are 14, so remaining 2 will be odd days. March we know it is 3, April 2, May 3, June 2, July 3, August 3, September 2, October 3, November 2, December 3, and Jan 1st. Still Jan 1st they have asked, so Jan will be 1. Okay. Total is 29 days. So 29 days will have how many hot days? So 7 fours are 28. So 1 will be remaining. 1 odd day. Therefore, the answer is Wednesday plus 1 odd day. Your answer will be Thursday. Fine. Just calculate the number of days, odd days, and take the total of the odd days and then see in that 29 days how many days are the odd days. And if, since here it is 1, you have to add Wednesday plus 1 day. If it is 3, you have to add Wednesday plus 3. Okay, so I think I've covered most of the problems which might be asked in the exams. So from my end I've done the required part. I feel I've done the required part. I All that I want you to do is just practice these problems, go through the methods and play around with numbers and be an expert in solving calendar problems. And yes, thank you so much for watching the video. It's time to ring my class bell. That means it's time for you to ring the bell. That is nothing but subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. Do give a thumbs up and motivate me, and share to as many people as possible, and in this way you can share your knowledge and introduce me to your other family members and friends. Thank you so much.